pastor here at Bridgetown Church in Portland, Oregon. And today's verse of the day comes from 2 John, verse 6. And this is love, that we walk in obedience to His commands. As you have heard from the beginning, His command is that you walk in love. Now, to grasp the heart of this verse, we have to consider the source, the picture, and the story. First, the source. John, in addition to writing 3 letters or epistles near the end of the New Testament, also wrote a gospel, meaning he wrote a biography of the life of Jesus. And in John's gospel, we hear Jesus himself saying nearly verbatim what John writes here to John and the other disciples when he says, if you remain in me, as I remain in you, you will be covered in my love. This is love, that you walk in obedience to my commands. So when John writes later to the church, he is not the source, not the original source at least. That would be Jesus himself. Secondly, we have to see the picture that John is painting for us. And this is love, that we walk in obedience to his commands. And then finally, there's the story. The first phrase in this verse is a tell, as you have heard from the beginning. This is a shorthand way of John telling us, what I'm saying to you now is not new information. It is the drum the scriptures have already been beating. Reading any one verse from the Bible is very similar to watching one great scene from a film. It can be beautiful and unlock insight all on its own, and yet to understand the scene fully, we're going to need to watch the whole film. And John's saying to us something like that what I'm saying to you here is the very same thing God was saying all the way back in Exodus when he gave the 10 Commandments, ways for us to devote our hearts to him that would create flourishing in the world. And it's what Jesus was saying in Matthew and Luke's Gospels when he says, the greatest commandment is this, that you love God and love your neighbor. It's what Paul repeated later in Romans 13, and it's what I'm writing to you again now. And so as you go into your day today, may you know the love of God as you walk in obedience to his commands. And may that love spill out of you in love toward your brothers and sisters.